Hey Pisces, and welcome to your November 2019 reading. Welcome back to DQ Tarot to all my subscribers, and if you haven't, do make sure to hit that subscribe button and check out the other videos I got for monthlies, dailies, and all sorts of stuff, okay? Pisces, I apologize for getting to this so late. Mercury retrograde has been frustrating in that it's just, little things just keep cropping up that I don't think are going to prevent me from doing your reading, and then they always end up doing it. It's like, oh, this will just take a couple hours, I'll get to it right after, and then it takes a full day. So that's been pretty frustrating. So I do apologize for taking quite a bit to get this to you guys. But we're going to start this off with a Stacey DeMarco card here and talk a little bit about the astrology, because this month is going to be a pretty good month for you, honestly, especially in terms of career, in terms of travel, expansion in both of those areas, because we have this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, which is in your 9th house of, travel, education, higher purpose. And we also have, the sun in that as well, obviously, because the sun is in Scorpio until the 22nd when it moves into Sagittarius. We do have a lot of planets in Sagittarius for you guys this month as well, which brings, again, a lot of luck and expansion to career, specifically. Because Sagittarius is an energy that sets and pursues goals. And we have Venus in Sagittarius until the 26th. And we also have the lucky planet of Jupiter in Sagittarius. So again, there's a lot of work-life focus, a lot of need to set goals and make success in our career, our vocational areas, our work life, our purpose. We want to find a career that feels purposeful to us this month. But it is a really lucky month for you because you can really create the career life, the vocational life, whatever it is, and, in terms of our jobs that we really want. So it's nice. Let's get into this though, and we'll see how the astrology plays out in the reading. What do we need to know this month? Ooh, community and web weaving. Spider. All right, so let's do a little read here, and then we're going to get into your tarot. All right. There it is. Okay. All right, so spider webs can be seen as a symbol of connection, not necessarily entrapment. There's a fine line sometimes between a family or community supporting us and controlling us. This card looks at this discernment. It also suggests you review the way you communicate with the wider community at work or generally with others and take steps to improve this or do it slightly differently. It also indicates that there needs to be a balance between what you do for yourself and what you do for others. If we give too much to the outside, our strength diminishes and we cannot weave the supporting web for ourselves. So what are you giving in terms of your energy, your time, your happiness to others rather than to yourself, to what you want to build? Are you just building to satisfy other people in your life or because, it's what you should do? Or are you really building the types of community, the type of life, the type of friendships, relationships, and the work environment around you that you want? I think that's a big question for you guys this month. Let's put these oracles over here, and we're going to start now with the Morgan Greer. We're going to look at the general energy this month for you. Ooh, I like it. First card out is Strength. Get a sip of coffee here. Strength is a really good energy to have. Again, like I said, you want a stronger, if it just feels like around you, you want a stronger support system. You want things to be holding you in place in a stronger and better way. And I think a lot of that has to do with Uranus and Taurus as well, because it has been taking out, the stabilized, long-held things, what is the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry, guys. Mercury retrograde, as you guys know, if you watch me, it really gums up my ability to speak, and I start speaking like Yoda and saying all the wrong words, so just give me a minute here. But, really the structures in our lives that have been there, that have been present, even since birth, really ingrained in our lives, and again, ingrained routines, ingrained just lifestyles, and all these things are changing, shifting, because we want more satisfaction. We want to feel, we have, what is the term I'm looking for? You want to, especially in terms of career, I'm getting, make more but work less. It feels like, you're tired of how you've been working, how it has been going about, if you've been waitressing, if you've been doing a job that just feels menial below you, or, it's just exhausting, and you're ready to ascend up. You're going to start looking for paths to get there. You're going to start looking for, again, a better community in terms of work, a better system. You want to weave a system that is good for you and not just for, your boss or the people you're working for or your clients. You need to find a better and stronger approach to this, something that fits you now, something that feels, again, less collapsible. I don't know why that comes up for you. I don't know what you guys are going through, but it feels like definitely shifting in terms of career. I also think, around November 12th, we have that full moon in Taurus in your third house of communications, and Uranus is also in Taurus in your third house. So this is a great time for clear communication, to state what you need to state, to put out what you need to put out in terms of, strengthening these areas of our life that you're looking to strengthen this month, to set up something more stable, to communicate with somebody that, maybe you've had unclear communication with. It's like a little island oasis in the middle of this Mercury retrograde where we can actually speak. In the middle of Mercury retrograde, where nobody is saying what they want to be saying or getting their turn, getting what they need to get across in the way that they want to, including myself, as you can hear. So let's see what else is coming up here for coming in this month for you that we need to be aware of. Ooh, Page of Pentacles is the first out here. See what else comes out. And for me, again, that's new ways to stabilize yourself. A lot of career focus. So work. What do you want to do in terms of it? You want to rest more. Enjoy life more. Maybe you felt really just exhausted. It's been an exhausting month. I don't know. I feel that it has been an exhausting month for you. If you're looking to strengthen it, it feels like it's because you're tired of working the way you have been working. You're, tired to the bones, it feels like. And Pisces, you're a sign that enjoys a good nap. Let's all be honest here. Every Pisces I know can sleep like, I don't even know. You guys are like the masters of sleep. I don't know. Every Pisces I know can just fall asleep in places where I would never be able to fall asleep, in ways I would never be able to fall asleep, mid-conversation, after watching something very disturbing. Like, you guys are the masters of it, and you can just nap. I don't understand that, because maybe it's my placements, I don't know, maybe it's all the Aries, but I can't nap, and you guys can just nap. Anywhere, anytime, any place. If you're tired, you need a break, you'll nap. And it just feels like you're not getting enough of that rest, recuperation. The time to be in your imagination, be in that imaginative, more relaxed place that Pisceans like to go to. You need time to read, to draw, to create, to do something that you love to do, rather than just work, study, study, study. There is just, you need to find room for it, and you're very aware of that this month. To work smarter, not harder. That was what I was trying to say earlier, see? Ooh, okay. Two of Swords and Temperance reverse come out. Decisions. Yeah, again, decisions about what needs to be removed in order for us to have more alignment in our life, for us to align in terms of work. I feel like you guys, again, are very aware of where you're out of alignment in terms of your vocation, your career here. That is like, I don't know why, I just keep getting that. Or in your community, maybe you just don't feel respected at work, and it's not even the job, but the people that you work with and the respect that you're getting. You're like, this is not in alignment. I'm doing all this and you guys are treating me like garbage. Like, what the hell? But a decision needs to be made, and you're very aware of it now. You're aware of where you were unable to make the decision, unable to see this before, because you're feeling it emotionally. When you guys start feeling something emotionally out of alignment, it's really hard to ignore that. It's hard to pretend like, we don't need to make a decision about it. And maybe we haven't been ready to do so, or we don't really know what this decision is. So let's look at some challenges here this month, some other challenges, because this feels a challenging energy in itself. The Emperor. Ooh, you guys are going to feel like you're up against the man this month, and that's why it feels difficult, because you also want to feel this secure as the person that you're up against, or the energy that you're up against. You want to feel that security, and yet you want to fight this right now because it doesn't feel, again, I don't know, it just feels like, you don't feel like you're being treated well in terms of work. You don't feel like you're getting what you deserve. It just feels like a small person up against, David and Goliath kind of energy. I don't know why I get that. But you're going to feel like whatever you're chasing, whatever you're trying to get to is so huge, and you're just one little person up against it. And yet there is this like stepping into a place of power for you in the midst of all this. You're ready to make the decisions that you need to make. You're finally wanting to step up to some decisions, but you also feel the fear. I don't know, some of you guys, it's just like you're afraid of your boss and what they're going to say, but it's larger for some of you. What is this industry going to think? What, am I out of it? Am I in it? Like, I want to be a part of it, and yet I don't. There is a deeper need here. You need to really, I think, dive deep. It's exploring your emotions. And Scorpio season, being a fellow water sign, you have the ability to do that this month. Explore the emotions that go along with this. I don't know, it feels like almost like my voice is shaking all of a sudden. Like this fear. What do you fear to speak? What do you fear to stand up in terms of your career, of your vocation? Are you afraid you're never, for some of you, it's like, I'm afraid I'm never going to be good enough. I'm never going to be at that level that I want to get to. I'm never going to be the best of the best. And I don't know why you guys have this emotional blockage here, but I really feel like we're going to be trying to look at that. We're going to be aware of it and ready to look at it, I think, this month. It's like when you step away, especially in terms of creativity, if you haven't been flexing your creative muscle, you're going to feel pressure there. And you're going to be like, you're going to realize that there's fear in terms of stepping back into something and feeling like you're not good at it. And it's going to freak you out. It's going to make you feel uncomfortable and, not have faith in yourself here. You're not going to be able to, believe in yourself. But that's what the challenge is this month here, is finding that creative muscle again. For some of you, again, it's a creative muscle, but it's finding comfort in something. I don't know, it's like you all of a sudden are kind of doubting yourself in your career, doubting how good you are, doubting your strength, doubting your abilities. And at the same time, you're aware that this month you can kind of delve deep and deal with that. And you're going to do so. You're going to figure out what you need to figure out in terms of what's emotionally blocking you, why you have these feelings about yourself, in terms of how successful you are, in terms of your own power, your own abilities, even your own emotional abilities and feelings. Why am I like, it feels like you guys just are beating yourself up in the face of, I just feel like you're just stressed out, honestly. Something has kind of pushed you, your situation, your career, the web you have woven is collapsing because it wasn't steady. You only built it for everybody else around you, but you need to start building it for you. And that's really what emotionally is going, that's why all this is coming up, because emotionally you need to weave a better web for yourself in terms of how you feel about you and what you believe about yourself, in terms of your success, in terms of your abilities. What you just feel like, it feels like you've been exhausted and kind of run down, run over to the point where you don't have much left there, and it's time to figure out how you can get that back. So this is a month of kind of getting your mojo back. Like, I know it's like this really deep conversation we just had, but like in a light, almost like Austin Powers way, I just want to be like, you got to get your mojo back. And I'm not going to try to say it in his voice, because only he can say it that way. But it's, you got to find your mojo. You got to get your mojo back here, Pisces. It hasn't been there. And it's like, why don't you feel it all of a sudden? It's like, you look down, you're like, my mojo's gone. The mojo. But you're going to find it this month. Look, it's here. Your mojo's right here. I'm dying. Oh my God, this is so funny to me now. I don't know why. It's like I suddenly became an Austin Powers like reference here in your reading, but you're getting your mojo back. And what you really need to do is just open your heart here to love yourself, to believe in you, to find that creativity, start doing things that you love again, start telling people how you feel again. I think it's like a lot of just being honest with yourself. It almost feels like a mist from Libra season, you know, the air from Libra season, like a wind from it is still coming in saying, you know, time to balance out there, time to, you know, bring in the truth. And the truth is that you need to love yourself. This is time for some hard truths so that we can balance our life out, literally, so we can come back into alignment and really be working in terms of, you know, not just our relationships and, you know, our love towards ourselves, but also our love towards our career, our love towards, you know, what we're doing. We want to feel fulfilled, and we want to, again, be able to create something that means something to us. We want to be able to be working and putting out into the world something that really means something to us. So there's a really deeper need to find, you know, that alignment this month, that creativity, get your mojo back. Like, there's no better way to put it, I think, than you guys got to get your mojo back. And in order to do that, let's get some what deck do we want to use? I want to use the Hobbit deck, actually, for some clarifiers here. Pull some from a new deck here. But I love that the Ace of Cups is here. It's like literally like looking for your mojo this month. You realize that, you know, you need that. Where are my emotional depths? Where'd they go? I need to strengthen that, because these are both in your challenge position. Your challenge is strengthening in an emotional capacity to love yourself, to love what you're doing, to love your life, and to expand in your relationships, in your career, in an emotional way. Finding, you know, your creative muscle again for some of you. Finding that love for it and what brings it about. And if what you were doing wasn't doing that, it could be even a career switch for some of you. Finding something that really does bring your mojo back. Ooh, loving it, guys. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune. And I was just kind of focusing on really what you needed to know in terms of what you need to do this month in all of this. The actions that you need to take. And it's kind of like let things go. Let things go as they will. Things are going to be changing for you. Again, you have a lot of lucky energy this month. And then on the 24th, on the 24th, I almost said on the 24th of January, what? On the 24th of November, 2 days after the sun moves into Sagittarius, also into your 10th house of career, you know, and we also have, you know, on that 24th, Jupiter and Venus are conjuncting, and it's going to be really, really lucky for you in terms of love, in terms of relationships, in terms of career, and things are just going to be in a much better flow. And I think it's kind of riding out this Mercury retrograde, allowing yourself to kind of go into those emotional depths. This is a time for pause and reflection and expansion from the internal out. And for some of you, you know, I do see, for some reason, I just get travel and like needing to explore, needing to get out of where you are physically so that you can expand more. I think that sometimes it's just getting out of your environment, getting to water, getting somewhere beautiful, somewhere relaxing for you. Being in a new environment. King of Swords. It almost feels like mind over insecurities. I don't know why I'm getting that, but mind over insecurities. And also, I don't want to get a clarifier for him, actually, because he feels like a person with a decision for you also. Just interesting, because that's not really what I was looking at, but let's see what this is about. Okay. Yeah. Things might be, okay, I get it now. All right, I see. I was like, no, he's saying something else to me as well. I was like, it almost feels like a very professional person, but I see now that, you know, it comes from this place of insecurity of not feeling like you're ever going to get there, to that King of Swords position. You want to be like this badass professional or something. You want to, whatever it is in terms of your career, in terms of, you know, what you want to be, what you want to put out into the world, you want to be the best of the best. And it's felt very confusing. Seven of Cups. How do I get there? What am I doing? What is it I really want to bring to the world? What is it that's going to make me feel like that King of Swords? And you kind of have to let yourself It's all in timing, really. The Wheel of Fortune, you will get there. Do not worry, you will get there. But right now is the time to explore the questions surrounding it, to explore the different paths, to explore what's going to bring you to that place and what it is you want to feel the King of Swords about, the mastery about. And again, it feels like a lot of you are changing career paths or how you go about it, and you want to be in a certain place, but you have to allow timing to do its work here. Things can't just happen as soon as we realize what we, where we want to be and snap our fingers. You have to start, you're weaving a new web this month, and it's going to take some time. Hierophant. Again, he says it takes time. Ask for help. It could be that you need to learn. You need to go back to school for some of you. Or again, this could be that you're afraid. You're just getting exhausted in terms of schooling and you just want to graduate and you want to be there. But you have to know that getting to where you want to get to is going to take time. You've already come this far. You've wanted to put in this effort for a reason. Don't give up now. And as I say that, a hawk just flew overhead. So you just got to keep on coasting. You just got to keep on doing what you do, keeping your eye on the prize, really. Keep going for whatever it is that you're going for. Don't give up. And again, asking, masters of this, asking people who know more about this than you, people who are, teachers, tutors, whatever, religious leaders, spiritual leaders, somebody to help you get back on track. It also does talk about reaching out to your higher self. I always want to say that about this card because as you can see, there's Gandalf Shadowfax and also a, and it's like a Shadowfax statue, which is weird. I don't really get that, but, and then we have the owl, but it's supposed to represent, spirit guides. So reach out to your spirit guides, your higher self, whatever it is that you reach out to. If you need some guidance, if you need, what do I do from here? Where do I go? I need some guidance. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I don't know where I should be looking or what I should be going for. How do I get my mojo back? Your higher self, your guides will help direct you if you open yourself up to it. Scorpio season's a very deep month. This is a great time when the veil is thin to reach out and get those answers, to ask those questions. Let's pull some cards on love now. I'm going to get some coffee though first. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an extra love reading because I know that your reading is late and I know you're upset. So I'm going to do a love reading. This is for singles and couples. This is just general. We'll see what comes out. If you want to get a private reading about a relationship or anything, all my information on booking is below, but let's see what comes out this month for Pisces for love. And November plays out for love. Ooh, 7 of Cups reversed. High Priestess. This is the Ethereal Visions deck. Ooh, dropped it kind of awkward. Let me move these guys. It's a card mess down here. It's like a card frittata. Card salad. All right, love. How is that playing out this month for you guys? This feels like we are receiving like internal, it's almost like psychic understanding about a situation in terms of love here. And it's helping, it's like helping in terms of where we were confused about it. We've suddenly gained perspective. Yeah, understanding, knowledge. And I don't know if it's like so much comes from asking this person or talking to them, but understanding it from a deeper perspective. It's like you get something. This is a card and an energy that we associate with you, Pisces. Not all the time, but High Priestess, there's a lot of moon energy there. And she's, again, kind of the seer, the 12th house energy. Our higher self, the knowledge, the secrets that we have within us, our intuition, really. And if we listen to that this month, a confusing situation, a situation where we have been, trying to figure it out, especially, about how does a person fit into our life? What are we supposed to be with this person? Like, why is there this weirdness between us here? It feels like that. And you're kind of understanding something here. Ace of Swords. You're coming to a decision. Almost like psychically. It's been like a weird psychic connection with this person. But Ace of Swords is like, you divine something from these misty, murky waters within you. Oof, what a picture. 2 of Swords reversed. And you come to a decision. There's no longer a sitting at the fence refusing to see which side. That blindfold will fall off and we will have to make a choice here. As you can see that little moon right there, and it feels like something around that Taurus full moon. There will be communication. And if you need to communicate, that is definitely the time to do so. If you need to communicate feelings, love, whatever it may be about a relationship, I feel like you can easily come to a conclusion around then. And let's see what this is leading to for love. This is feeling like a very specific story. 2 of Wands. It almost feels sad. I want to say this almost feels sad, like you have to wait. Oh man, 8 of Cups reverse. Let's see what else comes out here. Just one more. You don't want to give up on a situation. And I feel that we've been talking about this situation for a while. And it's very confusing for you because one part of you doesn't want this to end, but one part of you realizes that something has to be done here. So sorry, I'll pull out the cards. I was just kind of looking at them there because it just feels kind of like a sad energy here. You get 2 of Wands and then the 8 of Cups reversed. And for me, yes, we realize that we've hit a point where we could go in a different direction, but look at the way he's still looking at that 8 of Cups. And it's reversed. 8 of Cups, when it's reversed, doesn't want to move forward, doesn't want to move on. There's reluctancy. There's a looking back at where we were and wanting to go back there. And not wanting to move on, really, because it just feels like he's now going to wait. Well, I'll just wait for the ships to come in. I'll wait for this. You know, I'm deciding here that I'm going to wait this out. But the Star is reversed, the World is reversed, and then we have Death. And I really want to look at that because that's 3 major arcana. I think that we're seeing that the way that we've been going about this, let's just get a clarification, but let me just get, wow, I'm sorry, it's like, I don't know, it's like you guys are at a loss of words because you see something, you hear something, I don't know, and it just kind of, that's exactly what I expected to come out. Yeah, we have a painful ending. I think that we're realizing, I don't know, it's like you see somebody that you were really hung up on, that you've had this weird connection with, that you finally decided you wanted to go for. You see that they've moved on, or they have somebody else, or now all of a sudden it just feels like the door is closed. I don't want to say there's rejection here, but there might be with the Page of Swords and the 10 of Swords. Especially if it's a Scorpio. But there is this, and it might not even be, I don't know, it's like really weird. I don't know, there's something that you find out, something that you see, hear, and it just hurts. It might not even be that they directly say something to you. That's what it is. I knew it. It just feels like they chose somebody else. There's somebody else. And for whoever this is picking up on, you know, this is really sad and this is very painful. You see the person that you love kind of being happy with somebody else. I mean, it's not going to be this for all of you. For some of you, this is like the ending before the beginning, which is a really weird thing to say and feel, but there's like some type of really bitter, painful chapter that closes within a relationship. Again, if that's like, if you're in a relationship and you're not breaking up, there is this new opening in terms of love, but it comes after a very painful closing out, like a bad fight, something painful needing to be talked about, a really difficult conversation, a time where maybe it just felt very make or break, but it feels like for some of you, you do make it. But you have a choice here, and I'm not going to tell you which way to go, if you should stay or if you should go, if it's unhealthy, if it's bad, and it just is like this all the time. I would say it's time to go. But for some of you, it's like, I don't know, this is such a weird, This is such a weird one, and it feels like at the end of the month, I don't know, I don't want to say it's all bad because it feels like, yeah, that's what this is about. You can either take the 10 swords in the back here based on what you see, or you can say something and change the situation to your favor. If you see somebody, you know, going for somebody else, or, you know, whatever, or I don't know what it might be, because it's going to be different for everybody, so I don't want to get into all the specifics, but no matter what negative thing you see and then believe afterwards, I say put your feelings out there this month. There's something that you need to, there's steps that you need to take that could change this. And only you could do that. You don't know what this other person on the other side is feeling, thinking, doing, hoping for. And you can really only come to that conclusion if you try. So I would say try. Go for it. Just put yourself out there. Say something, do something. But because the Lovers is there. Yeah, there's a lot of pain, but there's also the choice, I think, to take. It's like you can open one of two doors here. And if you do nothing, you will most certainly open the 10 of Swords door. But if you do something else, look at what comes up. Temperance. A realignment of a path here. Things coming into harmony. It is the Sagittarius energy. Things coming into balance in a way that you have wanted. I love the energy of Temperance because it just feels emotionally, I mean, look at the water in this. Emotionally, we are one. It just feels like two cups come, you know, she has two cups here. So even though this isn't the Two of Cups, to me, it almost feels like there's an exchange of love here, an alignment of souls, a soulmate energy that is very deep. It's like, this is kismet, and if you didn't go for it, then it might not have ever happened. But this is like a path, you know, sliding doors type of things, if you want to believe that or not. It feels like this is a moment where you can have this all. You can have it all, but an alignment of real, true love, but you have to be willing to do something. You have to be willing to say something, to put your heart on the line here. Pisces! Oh my God, Pisces. What a reading. What a reading. I didn't expect it to go this long, but you had big messages this month. And I feel like Cancer is going to be the same. Because you water signs in Scorpio season are deep. So let's get some Love Angel Oracle cards here. Like, this is such an interesting moment. It's like you think like everything could fall apart. And it absolutely could. But you actually hold all the cards here. So don't just sit at your, I don't know, maybe I should just wait. No, this is like the call for action when you get the 10 of Swords, the Lovers, the Magician. Magician is where I think this change is. The Lovers and the Magician. Which path will you choose? Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Remember, around that Taurus full moon, this really tells me, open your heart then. That is when, again, it's in your third house of communications. We have Uranus and Taurus. So you could be very spontaneous, to be like, you know, screw it. I'm going to say what I need to say. I'm going to do what I need to do. Putting my love out there, putting myself out there. That is the time. But you have to be able to be open to getting to know this person, to getting to know each other here. To to communicate, really, is what I'm getting. Can we please just get one? For Pisces. Ooh. Past life relationship. I had the hardest time picking it up. You have known each other before, and like I think that this is a lesson for some of you in terms of a past life relationship there, where it's like, you know, this is make or break, but this is like a lesson of confidence. Maybe it might be that you guys are meant to come together, that you're soulmates and stuff, but that sounded so spiritual, Helen, great job. But it could be that you guys have a soul contract to come into this life together, to meet within this lifetime and have a growth of confidence between you and this person, to put yourself out there, for you both to open yourself up to true love and following your heart. I don't know, it feels like a really deep message like that for some of you. And this is where you learn that lesson, but you have to, again, be willing to get to know each other, to put yourself on the line, to communicate. So, let's pull, you know what, I don't want to pull another Stacey DeMarco for you guys. I really don't. I'm going to pull another Romance Oracle, actually, instead. And let's see what we get. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. For some of you, it isn't new love, but it's a new opening to love. You know, it's loving this person, this relationship, opening up to it in a new way, and that it feels new. I don't feel for a lot of you this is a new person. And I know that it says there's a new person. And for some of you, yeah, sure it is. But I think for a lot of you, it's that you're seeing this person in a new light. You're seeing the situation in a new light here. For very few of you, it's like you see somebody in a really negative light this month, you drop it, and then you open yourself up to something much better. That might be with a Sagittarius or a Gemini. Maybe. Doesn't have to be either of those signs. That's a very few of you. I just wanted to throw that one out there. So I didn't, because I know that I just have a feeling someone's going to comment that. But this is beautiful. There's new love. There's energy of love that is just, it feels new. It feels elevated. It feels deeper. And you guys are ready to open up to it this month. Well, you have to be. It's your choice. All right, Pisces, those are your messages for November. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't believe how long this reading got. I hope you like it, though. I hope your month goes well. If you want to book a private reading, all that information is below. And please make sure to subscribe, guys. I really appreciate it. And I've noticed that most of it's like 40% are actually not subscribed. I'm like, how does that happen? So subscribe, guys, and then you can check out all the other videos, the dailies, and the new moon, full moon videos I usually do. And thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful and blessed rest of November, and I'll see you guys in December and in the 2020 readings. All right, thank you guys so much. Namaste.